Before I begin this video, I would like to preface it by saying that neither me nor Galaxy intend to speak over Pixie, and although we have had similar situations, Pixie's story is their own to tell, and as such, I would heavily suggest you watch their video for their full explanation of what's been happening and their experiences recently with stalking. Before I go into that though, I would like to put a few trigger warnings of online abuse, harassment, and a lot of serious topics. For example, Pixie has had people link their email to apparent pedophile sites, which is a serious issue in itself, and for that reason, this video should be taken with a huge warning. Also, I'm going to keep my own introduction short, so I'm Harley TBS, Galaxy is OK is also featuring on this video. You can check out both of our channels and our social media are in the description. Thank you for watching, let's get into the topic of this video. Pixie is a trans artist and YouTuber who has made a lot of content related to Undertale in the past, and more recently they've started talking about more commentary oriented topics. Now, I've known about Pixie for quite a few weeks now. They were in my Discord server, I've had a good few conversations with them. However, I really didn't know about what was going on behind the scenes until more recently. And I really don't want to talk about any of this because it's really serious and it's really traumatic. But Pixie has been a victim of sexual assault in the past by their own father. Now, more recently, Pixie had been posting some art related to their comfort character Asgore from Undertale, and there's nothing wrong with this at all, not a single problem. I don't want to hear a single complaint about it, because comfort characters are very helpful in supporting people that are victims, especially of CSA. It became really troubling when I went through Pixie's document, and I started to notice a lot of terrible things. From the fact that Pixie was being harassed over their comfort character, with people alleging that their comfort character had been involved in sexual acts, which obviously is a terrible thing to tell someone who is a victim of sexual acts. And furthermore, these people started speaking about Pixie's father and implying that she had rape fantasies about him, despite the fact that he literally groomed her. It's so terrible that they would say this. But this issue doesn't stop, as this has been 10 months of pure harassment for Pixie, and that harassment hasn't dissipated at all. It's been continuous. All they've had is more and more of these emails coming towards them where they're being signed up to more and more of these weird and questionable porn sites, probably pedophilia sites, and a lot more, which is disgusting. Very disgusting. Again, for a victim, you don't do this type of stuff to a victim as they're obviously going to be sensitive to that. However, there's an even larger issue, as for some reason these people decided to take it upon themselves to go to Pixie's mother and tell them that Pixie was trans. Now, if you know anything about the transgender community, you know how hard it is to come out about these type of things, and how a lot of people face prejudice from their parents for coming out about these things and speaking to them about it. I know people personally that can't even speak to their parents about it, otherwise they could genuinely get thrown out. It's really worrying that people would do this type of stuff and try and genuinely put someone in harm's way by exposing something that's very sensitive and not something that you should just throw around willy-nilly because you disagree with someone. It's really dangerous, and it's just really lucky that Pixie hasn't gotten any harm because of this. It's just so disgusting that Pixie has to face any of this purely because they have a comfort character. It's insane. It's genuinely insane. As I mentioned though, this harassment has been going on for the past 10 months and hasn't at all got lesser in any way, and every time Pixie speaks out about it, the harassment grows in magnitude. It got to the point where the other day Pixie was genuinely about to delete their channel, and luckily enough I reached out to them and I explained that there were ways to private your Gmail so that people couldn't just keep sending you emails and signing you up to shit, and luckily enough Pixie then did their own research and found out how to do that and got that all sorted, and luckily they're not going to delete their channel because of this, as it would be really sad if they had to lose one of their platforms purely because of some scum on the internet that decided they were going to harass them for nothing more than being themselves and being a victim. It's sickening that in this day and age, people are still continuing to do this type of harassment against people for being trans or being victims. And it's sad that I even have to speak about this. And for once, I have to give genuine credit to Prismate Luke, as he made a video actually speaking up and signal boosting Pixie and their platform, talking about this. It's great that Luke actually did something to help, and I respect that a lot. However, I'd like to hear Galaxy's points now, so I'll pass you over to them.
Hello again, everybody, it's me, back on another Harley video. Thank you for having me on, and without further ado, let's just get into my opinions on the situation, because, oh boy, I have some. So it goes without saying that doing something like this for almost a year to someone for a reason as asinine as just not liking a character is insane, if you ask me. I don't even like Undertale myself, but I don't go out of my way to stalk, harass, and just say cruel and awful things to people because of it. Frankly, I feel like there's some kind of deeper reason than simply not liking a character, because the level of dedication it would take to do this kind of thing for months, like almost a year on end, is astounding, and I mean that in the worst way possible. This person is either 13 with no parental guidance or love, or 30 and unemployed, because there's no way any normal, well-adjusted adult, hell, even a normal, well-adjusted teenager, has the time, energy, or even the desire to do this to somebody just completely random over something as trivial as a handful of pixels shaped like a goat. You know, I have characters I don't like, I joke about not liking those characters, but you know what I don't do? I don't go after people and personally attack them because of it, because I'm what some people would call a decent human being. What this person did went beyond crossing the line, from the complete invasion of privacy to the actual attempt to try and bring physical harm upon this person based upon their identity. I am unsure as to how old Pixie is, but outing them to their mother, who they had been venting about not understanding LGBT identities, could have easily caused them to have been kicked out, abused, along with the other menagerie of things other LGBT people have to face as a result of unaccepting family. I'm not going to sit here and try and tell you how bad homophobia and transphobia is, because everyone knows that, and I don't want to be redundant, and I know whoever was responsible for this was definitely well aware of their impacts and weaponized that to try and harm this person for pretty much no reason at all. It just goes to show how truly disgusting this person is, and how you need to be extremely careful with your identity online, because, you know, while being proud of yourself and who you are is a wonderful thing, you need to make sure that you're in a space where you're safe to share that information, because, you know, safety always comes first. I feel like a 2013 internet PSA. Anyways, back to what I was saying before, I find it extremely sad that doing something as simple as liking a character is just seemingly enough to get some random weirdo on the fucking warpath after you. Like, sometimes just existing on a platform is enough to get people to target you for whatever reason, so I do urge everyone to stay safe, but also just be considerate, you know? If you're thinking of harassing someone like this because you think it'll be funny or whatever, just know that depending on the recipient, it can cause like a shit ton of mental harm to them. Anxiety, paranoia, just general stress. It can be a lot for some people to handle. I, unfortunately, have personally grown indifferent to shit like that because it's happened to me multiple times already, but that doesn't mean others aren't, and while some people are clearly malicious and intend to cause harm like the individual in question, some people just genuinely have no fucking clue how something like that can affect somebody, so yeah. I'm not expecting any, you know, veteran serial harassers to watch this and just have a complete change of heart like some fucking Disney movie and like suddenly see the error in their ways or whatever, but I would like to discourage people who might potentially do that to somebody. And honestly, I would like to pick the brains of those who do engage in this type of stuff, but unfortunately I'm no Frankenstein, so I'll simply have to speculate for now. Anyways, moral of the story, don't relentlessly harass people for 10 months on end, invading their personal life and attempting to commit hate crime, kids. Yeah, that's a situation right there. Anyways, that was my take on things. Much love to Pixie, and I wish them the best in getting rid of this weirdo and in continuing to heal from the cards that have been dealt to them. Thank you all so much for watching, and be sure to support Harley, Pixie, and me, of course, and I'll be seeing you. Back to you, Harley.
Anyway, that's it for this video. Thank you to Galaxy for coming on, and please go check out Pixie and their video, and go show them some support. They don't deserve any of what's happening right now. It's completely unfair, unjustified, and completely abhorrent. And I'm shocked that in this day and age, I still have to point out how insane this type of stuff is. Anyway, if you have enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. It means a lot to me, and it means that these videos get seen by more people and brings more attention to the true issues. With that out of the way, hope you have had a great day, hope you enjoyed this video, I guess, and I hope that you can go show Pixie some support in a time that they need it. Thanks for watching, peace.
Says she wanna rock with it like me. I'm a stylish guy. Spend a little guap with it like me. We can catch a fly. Says she wanna rock with it like me.